Welcome back everyone to episode 3 of Construction Simulator. Today I've already got the truck down by the beach. As you can see in the thumbnail and the title, we're going to be working with the tourism officer of the town and working on the first stage, which is the boardwalk revitalization slash beach, I guess, because I mean it's sand here. Maybe there's going to be some kind of like other amenities. There's like obviously some courts over here and stuff, so I don't know if it's going to be the whole thing a boardwalk, because I imagine the boardwalk needs to go out into the water, but maybe not. We'll see, I guess. This is going to be a really, really large job since it's one of the campaigns in the game. We earned enough money for the materials by doing some contracts last time, and even that was really long. I chose the high scope, because when you open a job, let me just open the menu here, or choose a job, you change the scope, which essentially just is how long it's going to take, like how big of the area that you have to excavate it is and stuff, and it changes the earnings. So the medium scope, which its default was around, I think 500 something thousand. High scope, which we're going to be doing high scope for every single job we do. It's going to make the series longer, but that's just, that's what we're going to do. And it's 907,000 credits, which is insane. So that's huge for us. We can earn, buy some big equipment with that for sure. And you can see there's 10 construction stages, and each of those stages are pretty large, so this is going to be fun. But it's going to take a long time, more than just today. I have a couple hours today. I don't have super long, but it's going to take longer than that no matter what, I imagine, with almost $1 million of earnings. So let's go ahead and start right away. We are going to do our meeting, which is just over here. Just a reminder, we have our flatbed truck, and we own an excavator that we bought, the Atlas excavator. And that's all we actually own, I believe. Oh, nice. They got little ramps for us. So we're probably going to buy some equipment for this job unless we need the money for materials.
I'm happy to see a new face in the industry. I was hired to establish beach tourism for the city as a secure source of revenue and to draw upscale beach visitors and vacationers here. It's a long-term investment and an opportunity to make this city more attractive to its many residents again. Together, we'll make a few changes to transform this bleak place into a beach paradise with recreational offers and vacation facilities. This beach used to be noted in every tourist guide for this country, and has always been a popular meeting place for a stroll along the water. Now, the glamour of the old days has faded, and sadly,
the story in this game is surprisingly not too bad. Like the dialogue.
Everywhere there are sandy paths.
For so many simulators having horrible.
I'm happy that your company is accepting the job to bring this place back to life.
Better than Flight Sim. Much less budget, I imagine. So that's impressive. Alright, so first stage is flatten area, and it is a large one at that. So we'll need a bulldozer for that, of course. Now I probably just will rent it. We don't have a ton of money to buy anything anyways. But maybe once we're done a couple stages, we can have some money and buy our next piece of equipment during this job. But either way, I would rent it even if I had the money, because I'm not going to... I don't think a bulldozer is the best next investment. It's useful, but it's one of the more quick jobs, so obviously renting it doesn't cost as much money because it's by time. So let's go ahead and go to map. Let's go rent a bulldozer. Enter. Let's sort by this and sort filter by job. Okay. So yeah, we're going to go with the biggest one here, because it's a big area. I imagine the D8T is their best bet. Yeah, it's the only smaller one really. These two are the same. So we'll go with the D8T again. Maybe this is better for flattening. No, probably the same. Let's do this. 1,400 a day. Let's go ahead and fast travel over there. So entering it should be free, but fast traveling back will not be. Yeah, that was free. That's okay. And it's a pretty big fast travel too, but what are we gonna do? We can't transport it right now, so let's go ahead and do that. Fast travel to the boardwalk. Appreciate you guys joining the stream, by the way. Welcome. Your support is always appreciated. So, back to using the weird steering wheel controls for the dozer, unfortunately. So does it want flat with this or lower than that? Okay, flat with that. Perfect. That makes things a little easier. Let's start on the side here. We'll just try to go from right to left. Okay, let's use the joystick and lower the blade down here. I remember how to do that correctly. Now I think the bulldozing is easier than I originally had thought. I was being way more careful with not putting the blade too low. Just gonna test it a little bit here and go a little low. Now I know that's the more challenge it is, the more fun it is, the more realistic, and that's kind of takes the challenge away. Because yeah, if I dig the blade in the ground and that part's level, it actually just stays level. So that's fine. We're not gonna not use that mechanic because it was pretty difficult to try to get it right on, and it wasn't really working. So yeah, clearly we're meant to just kind of dig the blade all the way down and go that way. Let me just make sure of that though. Is that too low or too high? Still, I think it's just a hair too high. So yeah, it's not actually digging too low. It just needs a couple stages. I don't think. Guess we've only tried it once, so I can't really say that for sure. Let's go again. It looks too high, that's for sure. It's just pushing spoiler, obviously. Maybe the other dozer is better because it can, I don't know if it can do left and right swivel of the blade. I know this one can't. This one can definitely rip better and probably push more material, but it might be better to have the other type. I mean, we have this one now. We're not going to switch it out or anything. Just thinking about the future. Next time on the job we need one, we'll rent that one just to test it out. So we know which one to buy later down the road. Guess we can do more inside now because I don't have to worry about the depth as badly. So I can actually just do it like this. Shoveling snow and go through it. It puts it out on either side, so you gotta go back where you were already. Of course, that's a pretty Canadian comparison, I guess. Alrighty, let's I'm gonna go from outside view. Honestly, it's a little bit, can't really see much right now. This part is level. Oh, it's not. It looks pretty level. Need a bit lower than that, even? I guess so, yeah. Beacon on, of course. We need that. Okay, we're scraping the sidewalk there. Let's not ruin that. Slowly but surely, let's check on that level. Oh yeah, that's much better. high scope is definitely a big job. We got a lot ahead of us here. It's cool that it's one of those games that multiplayer wouldn't cost a whole lot more if you were trying to do it that way, because obviously double the price of rental, but also half the time of work. So I might do multiplayer at some point later down the series, but we'll keep it single player for now and work away. Oh, I got a milestone level. I guess. I think that's just one of the statistics. That's not actually the skill point level. No, yeah, we're halfway to level 6. Right over here and push another layer. I'm not going to do more than half the blade because I don't want to have a ton of dirt spill back over. I'll have to do that part again. Well, I'm sure it still will. Yeah, it still is piling up on the side there. This guy really does look pretty nice. I did a good job with that, the lighting. A couple little bits left over here. Spilled over. Went the wrong way, almost onto the sidewalk again. Sure, the residents are gonna be upset when they realize I'm doing this all night. We don't stop for bylaws around here. Got a lot of material here. I'm going to do another cut just to move a lot of material, and then I'll go back and get the spill over. Just do a full cut over here. Especially with that mound coming up, there's a lot of material that needs to be moved. Is a beast though. The dust with the light is really well done too. Of course, it's too bright in some cases, like with the excavator, it was causing us a lot of trouble last time. Overall, it does look good. Like the lighting right here on the bulldozer, that looks so good. I don't know if they're ever planning a second one. I'm sure they will eventually. It's popular, so that'd be fun to get into. That's something I'd play right on launch day. Just gonna check my stream audio real quick because I realized I didn't do that. Alright, the stream sounds fine, so we go. Just want to make sure that this whole time I was talking, you could actually hear me. stop cutting to the side here, and we'll leave that now for a little bit. I'm gonna go back and actually level this area off now. GTA 6, I will as soon as it comes out. I'm very excited. That's the only sim game that that'll be playing, non-sim game. That'll be playing on this channel. Most likely the only non-sim game. So I'm not even sure what I'll do for in terms of videos, but I'll definitely be playing it a lot. Way too much. Alright, start from about halfway here. Try and do as much as what I can actually see before I check that construction view. It's small, but you can definitely see the bumps that are left. It's not so much near the beginning because the material hadn't spilled over at that point. Area looks pretty good to me. Let's see what it actually looks like. Yeah, pretty good. We've got one more strip left. I can see that now. It doesn't need to be ultra perfect, but you want to get pretty close. You can always go back and clean up those things at the end too when we're at like 99%. Because there's a chance we're gonna get, if we do it perfectly, we might not even get to the end before it finishes the job, because it does allow for some mistake. Or I guess not mistakes, but just doesn't need to be perfect. Some money out for the rental. It's midnight. Try to cut into this massive hill here. Oh yeah, that's causing it some difficulty. Still gets through it. Veering us off course a little bit. Really don't hold much material in front of them. It spills over really easy. We're making progress though, slowly but surely. It says we're 21% done, but realistically we're higher than that, just because a lot of the material's in the middle. going to do, instead of trying to make all this clean and then moving on, I'm going to go all the way across, or at least go most of the way across. One push per area kind of thing to get a lot of this material gone, and then cleaning it up shouldn't have to go over the same area as many times. What are we building exactly? Apparently we're going to build some kind of boardwalk, which I don't quite get, because I would think a boardwalk goes out into the water, and this is the area it's going to be, but some sort of boardwalk. But we're in extremely early stages, so literally just flattening the area for now. And in this game you can select your job scope, and we have it on high, so that means everything essentially is bigger and takes longer, but you get a lot more money for it. So even something like flattening the land, you can see, takes quite a while. But it's a relaxing game. Or it can be. It wasn't when the excavator was causing us problems last time. Let's just take a little bit off the top here first. Ooh. Alright, test this thing. Alright, let's just try to put the blade all the way down and go right through it and see what happens. There we go. That's why we got the biggest dozer. It's working, just slowly. There's a lot more dirt in there than I had thought. Sides now. Tilt the blade a little bit back so it's not digging in. That'll help. Right now where it is. See you soon. For those watching after the stream, that's the name of the user in the chat, by the way, Riz. I didn't just say that. This is definitely more of a series that gets watched afterwards. Do appreciate those who are watching live. It's nice to have you here. Try to hit this side now. Reforming the ground way over there. Just gonna go into photo mode real quick. Let's get a photo of this in action. How do I hide all the UI? Right, G. F11. Good for future use for me. Sweet. Alright, we can start it back up. Get back to work. We can take breaks whenever we're the boss. Try to do one more push through this main area, and then we'll keep going to the left again. do one more only because it tilted the dozer blade back, so we didn't dig in as much there. So tilt it all the way down. Which is probably a good thing, so we can move some of the top material first. Go over here now. Just keep going. And then again, we'll go back and clean up everything after. We'll like do the multiple passes like we were. Make everything perfect. So I'm gonna do one general pass over everything first. That fencing. Really wish this supported VR, that would be great. I guess I hadn't tried it or hadn't thought about it, but it sucks that it doesn't. Maybe the next one will. This is 2022, so we are getting years away from it now. Years away from the first release, and I don't think they've announced anything or talked about the next one, but I mean, we have hundreds of hours of stuff to do on this one, especially with doing every job on high job scope. So we got lots of work to do before the next one comes out, if ever. But who knows? They haven't announced it, so maybe if that's like minimum 2028, 2029, you know, we'll be using VR more and more every year as we get into the future. So I'm sure it will be more supported in many games in the future. Maybe GTA 6 will even have it. I'm sure GTA 7 will. It'll be like 1-to-1 scale with the world, like Flight Sim. That's what everyone's wanted in GTA since like GTA 4. Sunrise at the beach. I think that's good enough. We're going to start doing our cleanup again now. We actually focus on cleaning it. Obviously that looks pretty bad, but it's better than it was before, even though it looked cleaner. Let's just use the view to remember where we left off. Here it is. So let's put those about here. Try to keep some of the blade in the area that's already done. But we're still gonna have to go over it. Do the same thing where we do a couple passes inwards to the left. And then we'll clean up that, and then we'll do a couple passes and clean up that, and continue on. Those lights back on. Oh, they are on. Sorry, I keep muting my mic because I'm both coughing and having a cough. do this pass, and then we'll go back and clean up everything to the right of this. Make sure it's all like down and level. Come on. Really wanted to move to the left on that one. So we'll start trying to see where the actual hills are, and bumps. Trying to use the construction view as the last resort, so we'll start about here. I guess, I was going to say, I can't imagine doing this in real life because I'm shoving it into the ground and obviously it's stopping where it's level. But, and I would think in real life, you know, they got to make all these little adjustments to actually make it level, but to be fair, when they're doing a job like this, they're not either. They shove it into the ground and they have GPS that stops it. So, I mean, it's definitely a hard job. I don't work in construction. I used to a little bit. And I don't operate machines, but from what I've heard from operators and from everyone who works around operators, dozing is like one of the hardest jobs. Besides maybe a crane operator, it's like the highest paid out of all like excavator and all that stuff. I think it's only beaten out by like maybe grading, but it's obviously for the same reasons. Leveling is complicated and difficult. My grader has a lot more movements I can do. I've tried operating them in out of ore and it was complicated. Alrighty. It's looking pretty good. The sun helps quite a bit, especially when it's down like this because it casts shadows on the bumps a little bit more. Alright, let's check the view. It looks decent. Alright, it is. Okay, we'll do one pass at the very beginning. That's going to piss me off. We definitely don't need to be that perfectionist, I don't think. Reading Steam comments for Roadcraft. People are disappointed. What do you think of it? I don't think I'm disappointed. I guess I haven't played much of it. We only did one stream. We'll do more in the future. Like, there was only a couple graphical glitches, which they were really obvious, so they'll be fixed, so I'm not really worried about that. The actual gameplay, I thought was pretty interesting, because, like, the AI pathing that you have to do, it makes a real purpose to your road building, because it was a good idea, I thought, to, like, you know, make SnowRunner where you could build roads, but in the end of the day, you could already get everywhere in the map with your off-road vehicle, so why would you need to build roads? Like, what's the actual purpose to it? Because, like, just switch to an off-road vehicle and you can get through whatever you need to get through. And doing the AI pathing, like, actually provides a purpose for it. Like, you can get through it, but you need AI to get through it, and they need a good road to get through it. So that was cool. We haven't got to bridge building yet. I seen some comments where they're negative, like, comments were about, it's kind of like baby mode. It's not as hard as they want it to be. And I kind of agree with that. I want it to be harder, but at least I don't agree with the full extent of it. And some are like, they really need fuel, they really need all that stuff. But to me, like, SnowRunner obviously was the best you could get for that, like, survival-esque. And then they made Expeditions, which I've never played, but my understanding is it's supposed to be the harder SnowRunner. Like, you really have to plan your route. It's all about, like, actually, if you mess up, it can have some serious problems. So to me, Roadcraft isn't meant to be that. It didn't seem like it was ever meant to be that. It's made by the same people, like, talking about, oh yeah, it's like SnowRunner because you can go off-roading, they're using the same physics, but I don't think it was ever intended to be like a sequel to SnowRunner, as in the same thing but newer. It's just a different game where you can make roads instead of refueling stuck vehicles, kind of thing. I mean, adding fuel is a pretty simple thing, and I think they should do that, but making off-roading like extremely difficult, I don't know. And honestly, it wasn't that baby mode. Like, we got stuck multiple times. But I'm really not too far into it, so maybe there's other issues. We had fun with it, though. And maybe I also didn't see market material where they were talking about like the next, essentially a harder SnowRunner, but I don't think so. From everything I've seen, it was not really focused on that. It was focused on the rebuilding, which you could definitely do in it. This area is looking pretty good. 56% of the way down. Getting through the thick of it here. Gotta make sure I'm pushing it past the marker. Yeah, I definitely am. There's a couple feet there. Connor, are you reading them because you were thinking about getting it, or have you got it too? Do you have an opinion on it? So I'm all for being critical of errors in games and stuff, but I think in general the gaming world has gotten a bit more negative than it used to be, and a bit too negative over everything. There's a lot of slop that's released nowadays, and a lot of things that aren't unfinished and bad, for sure. And there was some glitches and everything, which that's just like how games are now. They shouldn't be, but they should really just be pushing release dates further back. But I definitely don't think it is in the category of like unreleased, like garbage that shouldn't have been released, like Cyberpunk was, for example. But people seem to be thinking it is. To be fair, they're mixed and not negative. Or last time I checked. To be fair, also all reviews, and not just Steam reviews, but especially Steam reviews, always will have a more negative bias than the actual game, unless it was like a masterpiece, because most people who enjoy a game don't leave a review. But if you really hate a game, you do, because you wasted your money. So, just like any business or anything, all the reviews will be more negative than positive. Get through the thick of this stuff here. This whole part is leveling is taking less time than I thought. But I mean, we do have a pretty good dozer. Doing a decently efficient pattern, I think. There's plenty left to do in this job. Plenty. do this one more row, and then we'll check the construction view to make sure what we've done is looking good. Might be a little bit of cleanup, I'm sure, that I can't see. I've so far not been able to visually see every single thing it does. Pretty good. Oops. Raise it a little early. Actually, do one more here so I can see it. Let's check the view as we do. Looking really good. That's clean. Happy with that. A little bit more where we actually are right now, but I'll do one push right here to clean up the end. Otherwise we'll continue on, and we'll of course go back for a little bit to red at the end there if we need to. But let's focus on the big stuff. I want it to be pretty perfect, but that's a little bit meticulous, a little bit too tedious. I think this is the final bit of dirt from that big pile we had in the middle, just to the left of us here. There's quite a bit of dirt in the rest of the thing too, but that was definitely the worst part. See just by our pile here how much dirt we've actually moved. That's a lot. Oh, my mouse went off the screen there, so I just turned the wrong way. Pretty good. Camera nice and low so I can see what's left here. Oh, my truck's been blocking the road the whole time. That's okay. People seem to be going around it. There's no traffic behind it, so that's good. Let's go all the way back this time because it's something that Kira missed. There's some. Let's go ahead and check the view again. It's looking really good. I'll do this sweep here and then I'll go back and do one over there where you can see them strips on the right side and the left. So I'm not trying to lay down nearly enough there. See them physically. Another pass right here. Another pass. Next to it, we'll kind of just go all the way to the left. Lots of little passes just for the end part. Up the whole end of it. I don't want to worry about coming back at the end. Maybe. Alright, let's go back and do another main pass here. We'll go all the way back, so I do see some over here. Near the back. Line, so that's okay. It's interesting how the seat's like at an angle. Here, I'm like inverting the blade. I'm keep putting it the wrong way for some reason when I'm inside. It's easy to do interior for the main passes. Don't have to worry about seeing all the little bumps that I'm leaving behind. We'll do a couple of main passes to the left again to move on, and then we'll do more cleanup. Kind of continuing the pattern. These ones don't have to be perfect, so we'll do an interior to get a little different view. Got an achievement, so I guess we probably did a certain amount, a certain kilometer, certain amount, I don't know. Oh yeah, we got lots of material here still, more than it looked like. The rattling in this game is very good. Like, just the interior rattling like that is a small detail, but again, very immersive. That's one of the, honestly, interior rattling is like one of the small audio details that can make or break anything. Like the A350 in Flight Sim has some really good rattling when you're taxiing. You really hear the bumps. It just makes it feel so much less like a toy. Like you actually are driving an aircraft down concrete. or in this case, pushing a ton of material, and it's trying as hard as it can and has tons of power. Oh, okay. Well, I kind of figured that would happen. It's generally pretty lenient. Not this lenient, though. But I know this looks like a ton of material left, and it is. Like, it's more than I thought they'd let me to have left. But doing... keeping it perfect on the right side and not just leaving slop all the way across. They probably expected me to leave little lines like that all the way across. And not big lines on one side, but have the rest of it, like, perfect. Well, that's okay. I'll take it, obviously. I can't even see it anymore, because... it's done. I'm on job scope high though. I'm doing the maximum amount of work that the game lets me do. Let's be a little more realistic with this. Let's go across the... let's not try to ruin the concrete as much. There we go. We got paid for that stage. $118,000. That's huge. We'll return this vehicle and go spend our skill point. And then the next stage is delivery, so we can actually do that with our current vehicle and don't have to rent anything, which is great. Let's go to company, vehicle fleet, dozer, and return. We use half the fuel for that. That was quite a lot. Okay, so lots of money. And then the delivery stage, again, we don't have to spend any money, which is great, so we'll earn money from this. Oh, sorry. Well, we have to earn money. Spend money on materials, sorry, but don't have to rent anything. So once we're done the stage, our credits will be even higher, and then we can see what we want to buy for the next stage. Oh, okay. So it looks like there's some grading to do next. Oh, no, that's... it's like marked out the construction area for what would be graded for maybe paths or roads, but it already has done it at the same time, so... I'm not sure what we're going to do, but either way, let's go deliver the construction materials. So, sorry, I'm going to try to figure out why are we reversing here? Oh, the joystick was pushed a little bit. Okay. Is there anything new? Construction, like, I'm betting there's maybe more construction shops than just our one way over there. There's definitely something useful here, a business. Let's go to, like, discover these points. Are these just job sites, or are they actually all businesses that I can use? Let's see. I get they want you to drive, and I'm fine with that, but... oh, it's a gas station, okay. Driving all the way to the top of the map every time, I feel like there might be one, at least across the city. Let's discover these locations, though, so we have them on our map. And why not? We'll refuel and repair while we're here. It costs some money, but it's equipment we own, so we need to do it at one point or another. Might as well spend less doing it now. Okay, so these are obviously going to be like fuel stations or something like that, but I'm wondering what that big port will be. It honestly could be just for a new material we haven't discovered yet, kind of like the prefab building. Or it could be another construction store. I think I'll go look at it on the way. We'll go check out one more question mark over here, then we'll go check out the big one, and then we'll go to the store if it isn't. Because maybe there is really only one, and that's fine. I'm down to do a little bit of driving. Oh, I was done refueling. I can flip this back on now. Again, we're driving, I'd say semi-realistically. We're trying to follow like lane lines, obviously, blinkers kind of thing, but traffic, speed limits, not so much. Red lights, probably not so much, just kind of a check and go, because in this game they're very long. Longer than they are in ATS. So, got another fueling station here. Unlock this place. And then slip out over on this side. So I'm going to mark on my map that port thing I want to go to. Set marker. Okay, good. I turned off navigation aids. I was hoping that didn't just mean GPS. It kind of seemed like it was. It's just, I knew it would turn off the lines on the ground, which I wanted. But it canceled my GPS when I did it, so I figured maybe we have no GPS, which is, that's a little unfair. But no, we do, which is good. So let's go see what this port is. another fuel station. I am actually just going to unlock it since we're literally passing it. Just do a little spin in here. Okay. Not quite what I meant to do. Remember, these are big trucks. They take some space to turn. They're definitely heavy feeling in this game, which I've said before. Which is a good thing. Little car accident. Oops. This time I didn't cause that one. I guess it wasn't an accident that he didn't hit. A bit of an issue there. What is the navigation doing? Looks like we got a bit of a... Okay, it changed. It's not as weird anymore. Need to go across this nice bridge. Don't care that much though, because we didn't build it. I don't like it. It's a competitor project. You know, we built a trench in someone's yard and a pool. Why can't we build the city's largest bridge? I own a little excavator and a flatbed. Come on. First joyride achievement. I feel like I've got that before, but alright. You know what? I'm going to do the skill point now, because what if there's one, like, cheaper materials? And then I don't want to do it after I buy the materials, obviously. So let's go to Profile, Skills. So we did bucket capacity, which is great because of how long it took digging last time. Honestly, I'm tempted to do another one because of how slow that is, and that will save us a lot of money because we're not going to have to expand to the bigger excavator for a little while. We did one in bulk material, which actually hasn't been that useful yet, but I'm glad I did it. Or I will be. We got 2 in good business sense, which is huge. And that honestly might be the best way. This is going to be helpful. I mean, they're really all helpful, except for maybe crane speed. That's just a luxury. But I really want to be smart with them. This is going to save time, but this is going to progress our story faster. Let us buy more equipment. And yeah, 5% extra for all of it. Yeah, when this is a $900,000 job, 5% is big. So we'll spend it on that. But now we have all 3 of those. But again, getting those early in the game, this means every contract, every side job, every stage is going to have that 5% applied to it. So I think that's well worth it. Where efficient driving might be something useful. In games like ATS and stuff, I put skill points into fuel efficiency at the very last thing because, of course, it saves money. It's great, but in ATS, fuel compared to the price of the jobs is like negligible. So I kind of just automatically assumed in this game, oh, that's a nice city. That's like where your last skill points go, and it saves you money, but whatever. But and probably fuel will be that case. It's really not that expensive, and it goes down slow. However, where yeah, I might do that because you can see our down by the speedometer, that green line is the maintenance, and it's just a hair down, but we just repaired it fully at that gas station, and that was, I think, a 50% repair, maybe from 60% to 100, so it really wasn't that much, and it was like $5 grand. So maintenance is expensive. Honestly, wears down faster in this game than in real life, so yeah, that might be huge. 10% isn't a lot, especially for a whole skill point, because it takes a little while, but it might be worth it for next one. I think that's what I'll do next. However, a lot of times during the beginning we're using rental vehicles, and then the where doesn't matter, since we're returning them anyway. So at the same time, that might not be too useful. Oh, this is a gravel plant. Okay. Good and bad, because obviously I wanted a construction materials plant, but it does 2 things. One, when we need a ton of concrete for this next job, we don't have to go as far because we discovered this. Actually, the other one might be closer, but 2, it lets me know that yes, there's for sure duplicates in different parts of the map, because we have 2 of these. I didn't know if, because the map is pretty big but not too big, I didn't know if maybe all these were different types of stores and we wouldn't have duplicates, like there's 1 of each. But having a duplicate gravel plant means there's hopefully a duplicate business or construction material store, which is what I wanted. So now I'm actually going to discover all of these because there's a higher chance. We'll hit this one right here on the way. This is probably a fuel station by the looks of it. But But then we'll be well equipped. We'll have everything unlocked, and we'll be able to always go to the closest thing, because I did some fast traveling in the other episodes. I was very excited to play the game. Obviously, I wanted to progress quickly, but it does cost a tiny bit of money, and the whole point of doing job scope high, getting all that money, and being realistic, I wanted to try to do all the driving too. In multiplayer, of course, that gives us something to do, help delivering materials for other people working. But even in single player, it takes a long time, but it's what you gotta do. I'm not gonna say we'll never do it, but kind of makes more use of the bigger vehicles. Like, what's the point of buying a bigger cargo trailer? Oops. If you're not gonna actually transport the material, if you're just gonna load them up and fast travel. So, same with construction vehicles. Once I have a tractor trailer and I'm gonna load them on and transport them, it makes it a lot more fun. This is not a game where we're trying to get to the end. We're just having fun and relaxing doing it. So why would I skip parts of it? So that's why I wouldn't want to choose a lower job scope. There's nothing waiting for us at the end of the game. We're just here to have fun with the construction. And honestly, the driving in this game doesn't feel horrible. It's not super unrealistic or anything. Steel trade, perfect, okay. It's going to be useful in the future. Haven't needed it yet. So one of these next two places. Luckily on the way to this, the one I marked, we passed the other one. We've done a really efficient discovery drive. Appreciate everyone joining the stream, by the way. Your support really does mean a lot to me. Thanks to everyone who's watching the video afterwards as well. I know the series, again, it's one of those that is more watched afterwards than live. And I really do appreciate it. Thanks for watching. So that place is just to the left there, but I am going to follow the line even though it's way out of the way because it passes the other question mark. Fresh Market. Is this the grocery store? Or is it the building next to it? Maybe it's going to turn into a survival game. We actually have to eat. Oh, it's the another fuel station. That's good. Need one on the side of the map. Oh, that's not where I'm going in. I'm going to go down over here. Oops. This is a big business. I'm really hoping another building material store. I mean, it's something useful regardless. It's huge. It might be another thing we need later down the road and haven't discovered yet, like how that was a steel mill and steel trade, and we haven't used steel yet. Yeah, this. Ooh, a building yard. I was gonna say it doesn't look like a construction material store, but it might be. Is that scrapyard and building yard? That's not the same thing, is it? No, it's not. Okay. And I doubt that will be because it's really close. It's definitely different connections. It's on the highway. I don't think these will be it. Let's see, what route should I do to finish discovering these? Because now at this point, I should. I'm not going to do that one now because it's out of the way and I don't, again, think that would be it. Maybe I can go over here, discover this, 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 and this. And then drive this way. Discover the last two here, and then we'll go up to the building store and get our actual materials. Because, like, these, I don't think it's going to be it, but at this point, let's just discover everything so we know where to go at all times. A little diner, I like that. I love diners. One of my favorite places to go eat. It's like a classic diner. down here. I guess, oh. We do. Oh, it's turned on. I might have it turned off in the settings. It's probably got copyrighted music. Because there still is the game music on, which is not copyrighted. It's okay, we'll drive listening to the sound of the truck. Feel free to open another tab and throw on some music in the background. Sometimes I do that when I'm streaming, but I haven't done it for a little while. Yeah, this driving is going well. It's not, this is a good pace, I think. Following, you know, general lane, everything. Like paying attention when running stop signs and red lights, but not actually waiting for the traffic. It's just a little bit too long. And again, I am going to be doing a lot of the driving, if not all of it from now on. I'm going to try to do all of it. When we have to transport our vehicles like excavator, and we haven't yet bought the equipment to do so, which we won't have the money for that for a while, because we gotta spend our money on useful equipment. Then obviously I'll have to fast travel with those things, but with the flatbed and things we don't have to fast travel with that are road legal, I'm gonna be actually just driving. So driving in my style here is, there we go. Yes. I was really hoping for that. Alright, so we're actually just not gonna continue discovering those right now. Maybe we'll do it on the way back, but we are going to buy the materials we need. Collectible here. Guy's out of breath for running from the truck to here. Where is he? That's the service door. Oh, that's the right door. Alrighty. Let's filter by job. How do I filter by job? The filter button is not there. Okay, I mean I can still see it here, so that's fine. 2 bulk material. 1 oriented strand board. 2 concrete bags. Even if we can't load it up, I might as well buy it all and we'll figure out what we can load. Okay, I think that's everything. And deliver to yard, no auto loading. Alright, let's get this stuff loaded on. Actually, we probably can transport that all in one load because I forgot about the stacking of it. It's already not that much anyway, but it's definitely more than just the square footage of the bed. But again, we can stack, which is huge. Let's go ahead and throw it here. Change function. Get ready to use the joysticks again. So I haven't done any crane work today. So again, I'm gonna be a little rusty again. Yeah, we're gonna load those things last. Well, I'm not sure if they can sit on other things either, but I imagine they can. Let's load the biggest, flattest stuff first. Like these rebar meshes. That's not going up. Oh, it's this one. I was gonna say, what's going on here? Whoa, no. Stop freaking out. Let's put it all the way at the front. Oh, I can only go that way, okay. These are bigger than I thought. Maybe we won't be able to load everything, but let's hope. Definitely try. Huge. I think we're going to be doing 2 loads because I don't think we can stack higher than the second row. So that's okay. Glad we found the store. Much closer. Okay, just throw that a little aggressively there. Oh, we'll see. Let's not give up yet. Let's see what we can load. Let's go with the next most awkward shape thing. Actually, let's do the basic shapes first. The two smaller ones. Oh, freak out on me. Perfect, let's bring it over to the left. Let's extend pretty far to reach over here. I'll rotate the lid a little bit. A little more realistic. I know we're doing a lot of it, letting it snap in, but fixes it a little bit. It's cool the store's got a greenhouse over there. I didn't even notice that until now. For all the saplings and stuff you can buy. Yeah, let's get the main boom tilted all the way up, and then the secondary boom tilted down. Try to put this in here. There we go. Perfect placement. Okay, now let's see if we can do a second row. I don't think so, so I think that's it. And then the rest of us will be able to stack, no problem. But let's see what the game allows here. At least that stuff's packed nicely. Can we do 3 high? No. Okay, that's fair. It's a small vehicle. There's gotta be a point to getting the bigger ones, obviously. Throw them back down and we'll be back. Try to reset the grain as good as we can on our own, and then reset, and then change mode. Let's bring these to the boardwalk. And again, let's look at our map and see if we can hit these on the way, which we definitely can. So we'll mark this one, drive past that one. So we've got an exit over here, actually. Don't really pay attention to how much all that material costed us. But of course, it's always going to profit off the material as well, so it doesn't really matter. Got lots of money left over. It's still nice to see 222 after the material purchase. Sure what the next task will be, what the next equipment we'll need, but like I said, maybe we will see if we can buy the vehicle. It says deliver and spread gravel, so maybe not, because I don't know what does that, but again, I don't know how often we'll be doing these things. Okay, it's not the fresh market, so it's got to be whatever's next to it. So we're discovering another gas station. Shoot, let's go the other way, because I do want to discover that along the way. Can't quite access it from here. Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, secondary vehicle. Sorry. Coming through. Need to get to the gas station. Sure you can understand. Let's pop in here. Am I getting XP for discovering these things? I don't think I am. What is this? Oh, vehicle dealer, I think. That's huge. So now we don't have to go up that place anymore. That, like, upper mountain thing. Which, honestly, a lot of the reason I was fast traveling is these things are so far. This would be a little bit less incentive to always be fast traveling. These things are a reasonable distance. At least they're all in the town. Not having to drive up and down the mountain every time. Every time we rent a vehicle. That's huge, especially because we'll need it for the next stage. Glad I found that. Oh, we're about to see our excavator. It's parked on this road. There it is. Sorry, everybody. Oh, that's the pool that we installed last episode. It's not installed, we made it. Dug it out. Oh, I'm pressing the wrong brake pedal. That's a fatality, unfortunately. I pressed the actual brake pedal, not the clutch, which is what I use for a brake pedal. For bigger equipment like this. Excuse me. Yeah, that's fine. Just gotta hit and run real quick. Yeah, we'll happen to be like generally following the lane lines, like I said. Now we're just speeding around on GTA. That's okay. Gotta get these to the boardwalk. I don't want it to be daylight. I don't want to be working during working hours. I want to piss everyone off. Okay, this looks like the navigation just fumbled us. Oh, it didn't. It's going to, but it hasn't yet. Let's turn right here. Sorry, I'm trying to see if there's any question marks we missed. There is one, that's fine. I feel like we have everything discovered that we need that's close. I don't know what it could be. Probably just a gas station. Who knows? Maybe it's useful. Oh, I see. It's not messing up. We just have to go around the right way, typically. But that's okay. We're a construction vehicle. We can do whatever we want. Throw the hazards on. That means we can run the red light legally. Let's block off the whole road here. This lane's shut down anyway. Or maybe we just have to drive around that part. It is now. Let's get to work here. Ooh, okay. Let's turn the boom, extend it over here. Then turn it over. Where do they want the lumber? Okay, this is for a later step. It's not needed yet. So let's go ahead and... I should go way down there, I guess. I don't know if I can't really reach that. I don't think I can reach past those. Let's see. If I can reach past the mats to go over the parking lot or the sidewalk, then I'll do that. If I can, I'll put it in the median. Because again, this is not part of the blue ghost there because we don't need them for this step. This is for later. This crane is huge, luckily. Is it big enough? Surprisingly, no. Let's do this. So let's lower the main boom and raise the secondary boom, which gives us a further reach. And it's still a no. Alright, on the medium we go. With it. Let me bring this boom back in now, and it's gonna take forever. Come on. We can reach over here. I was just worried about no traffic coming, right? Let's try to line it up a little bit better here. Make it a little easier to grab in the future. A little closer. There we go. I should do that with the other piece of lumber, and then we can unload the stuff we actually need right now. We'll just throw it next to it. Let's rotate the load first. You know, maybe we'll throw it on top. It's very sensitive controls when you're out at this distance, like raising the boom. I gotta do very small amounts. There we go, no problem. Let's get some of this rebar mesh unloaded now. Heavy stuff. Where they want it, they just want it right here. No problem. A little bit weird point of view, I know. It's a little hard to control with the camera sometimes. So over here. So they only need 2 of these right now, so this is also an item that's unneeded, so we'll throw this in the video too for later. Just because you know we can just park again right over here and reach everything we need. At least you could just buy the things you need for the stage and bring them over, but then you have to go back to the store after. You better just buy everything, do tree trips, and have everything at the site. Alright, let's bring the crane back in. Let's go back to the construction store. Reset as quickly as we can here. There we go. Oh, that's not what I want to do. Reset and drive mode. And while it's doing that, we'll set our waypoint back for the store. Perfect, and we'll get that question mark as we drive past. It's all working out well. We'll turn our beacons and hazards off. And flip back inside. That's not what I wanted. There we go. Yeah, I wonder what kind of vehicle does the gravel spreading. Maybe a grader? It's kind of what I thought when I saw the road areas. Guess we'll see. Or maybe that's where the boardwalk is going to lay on top, probably. Probably not roads. We'll follow the line exactly here so then it brings us past that question mark. Check my phone for a second. Great. Yeah, there's the question mark there. Perfect. Just another gas station. At least we'll always be able to go to the closest gas station because we know where they are. There sure is a lot of them. Passing our excavator again. Nice if this crane was strong enough to lift that onto the flatbed. Hello. So I'm gonna go down here since we're already going max speed. Excuse me, everybody. Alright, there's the storage just over there. You can see the big H in the air. Big sign. How do I get in there? Can I get in right here? I can go in right here. Missed it. Giant sign. I'll do the same thing. Go up here. Lights on. I can change mode. Let's grab the rest of our things. Not a big load at all. I'll take the stuff on first. Do the actually spin the load here. Let's go ahead and put it right at the front on the side. And pack everything efficiently. There we go. Let's grab all these little squares next. Throw them alongside and we'll throw the bags at the back. There's 2 of them and 3 of these, so that should work out perfectly. Perfect. We also have the concrete. I didn't think about that, but I can hopefully just go on top. The second level. Oops, just drag this a little bit. These are paving stones. So these 2 are actually needed. So what's needed for the actual job? 2 paving stones, 1 of the 2 concrete bags, and both the bulk material transport sacks. So that lumber, well, this we don't have to put it on the median this time because we're not using the truck unless we need it again. So we'll just leave it on the truck, and we need the truck for something else in the meantime. Before we need the resources, then we'll throw these in the median too. But for now, we should just be able to unload what we need and leave the rest on the truck. Which will be 1 of the concrete bags. So we'll throw the concrete at the back since it's heavier, and then we'll throw the bulk material on top. Again, hoping it lets us, but it should. Let's see, how do I turn without hitting that? I guess it doesn't matter. Just drag along the back. Okay, the concrete bag is right here. Okay. Put the truck with it. Oops. Let's go get this far away. Yeah, bulk materials. And this crane has a really good reach. was kind of hoping that wouldn't happen. Because it's a bag, I was maybe thinking you couldn't stack it. And you can't. You definitely wouldn't be able to put it on the bottom, but you can't even put it on the top either. And that's unfortunate. We're gonna have to make another trip for these. I imagine they'll fall off and we'll come and get them, but I mean, I'm going to throw them on that just in case they don't. I'd be willing to drive slowly and carefully rather than do another whole trip. I don't think it's gonna work like that. They're probably gonna be like stuck in the air. Just reset the fan like this. I imagine they're gonna stay right where they are. Who knows? Maybe the physics are better than that. Oh, amazing. Okay, so we'll just be careful, very careful. That is great. That would save a lot of time. Not gonna fast travel because, well, we're not doing that anyway. But I also think that wouldn't work with this. Just wonder how unrealistic this is as like an option. I'm not sure if it's actually gonna work. Okay, yeah, we can turn with them, so slowly, but if turning works, that means we can do it. So nice and gentle with acceleration. Looks like we can go pretty quick with it too, which is good. As long as everything is gentle. We'll stay on outside view for this drive for obvious reasons. Nice and carefully. So afraid to turn too sharply. Go straight here, it's one last turn. Perfect. Alright, we're doing well. So even if they do fall off at this point, I'll just crane them back on. We've gotten some good distance to prove that it works, so if I make a mistake, it's fine. If they were falling off over and over, then I just would leave them and come back, but or not. Try to gain some speed on this road now. Should be no problem. Just keep our turns nice and gentle. Check the map, because why are we going that way? I guess that's right. Doesn't have to be though, let's just cut straight and then we'll turn left. Start coasting now. Nice, we're almost there. We made it. Benefit to not fast traveling. You can actually make less trips. Look at that, even flooring it is fine. For a town that isn't big on tourism now, that they say, obviously it's big on spending for tourism, but they say it's not doing well now. That's a pretty big cruise ship out there. So I guess maybe there's a lot of tourists waiting to come into town. Awesome, I'm glad that worked. That was great. Very convenient. Just come out to our usual spot. Go ahead and unload everything. Appreciate any support on the stream, by the way. Thanks for being here. We'll obviously get these bags off first. And they're needed, so we're going to go right here. next? The concrete is needed, so we'll bring it over there. Only one of them is. Again, the rest we'll leave on the truck unless we need the truck for something else later. We'll then load it somewhere onto the ground. Alright, so let's bring this concrete right over here. And it needs, can I tell are those lumber or paving stones? Okay, I guess I can just read on the top left. That needs both the paving stones. Gotta lift these up carefully. There we go. And the last thing here, one more pallet of paving stones. Okay, pressing the wrong controls here. Up we go, there we go. Alright, let's just reset the crane. There we go. Reset. Drive mode. And let's park the truck way over here again, where it was. It's gonna be in the road because the lane is blocked with those cones anyway. Leave it right here. Perfect. That was good. We got all the materials we need for the whole job, I think, delivered. So I think it showed us for the whole job. At least not for this step. It's this step and another one. Gravel delivery. Okay, so we gotta use dump truck of some type. We'll use the articulated ones, it's fine. And then compaction with the roller. So I mean, I think a dump truck might be big. I feel like that's gonna be used a lot. I mean, I don't know yet, obviously. Or I mean, concrete's always used, so you know what? I think buying a cement truck will be our first or our next purchase. So I'm gonna go ahead and rent a dump truck for this job. So let's go to the nearest vehicle dealer, which is nice and quick. Let's grab the articulated dump truck. That's a bell. I'm gonna go with the cat. Numbers. There we go. Yeah, let's go with the cat here. Or how much less is the other one? Oh, it's the same price though. 10% off for some reason. Is that due to my skill point? Can't remember. Maybe it's just on sale. I don't know. Alright, let's go ahead and get in. We'll bring it to the gravel plant. Complete. I'm sure you don't normally see these driving down the road, but that's fine. The original gravel plant is actually closer than the other. Well, yeah, it is. Just barely. They're both pretty close. Still glad we discovered it for other jobs. Nice good visibility in these rock trucks. Oh yeah, now the excavator's causing some issues over here. That's okay. Doesn't have our logo on it, they won't know it's us. It seems they're the only construction companies here. Anyway. It's not too slow on the road. A different dump truck would have been a little faster, but wanted to use this. Oh, good capacity too. I'm not sure how many trips we'll have to do with the fact that we're on the large scope and stuff. But, I mean, the first trip was the longest because we're going from a dealership. Suburb over here. Plant's just over there, you can see it. Giant sign on it. It's pretty hard to miss. Oops. Sorry. Okay, good to know that the maintenance is not affected by actual crashes. It just is maintenance and not actual damage. Alright, so we need gravel, which is down the hill in the back. It's going to be in the middle. Oh, slide there. There. Little left. Probably pretty expensive. Alright, cool. Oh, actually, we might just put full there. It doesn't show full, so I guess more realistic than I thought. I thought we would just be able to fill it completely in one spot. Maybe we are full. Okay. It was a little slower now. Let's set our destination for the job site. We're not going to follow that though, because of how that routes us. So let's actually unset it. We're just going to turn left and then turn right at the bridge. Sorry, just step away for a second. There we go. Paying attention again. Let's turn left here. Maybe this way is slower. Well, I guess we'll see. Don't think so. Okay, good. It's just not loading in. I'm not seeing the bridge that we're supposed to use down there. There's a way across. There we go. It's just not loading in yet. No, maybe it's a tunnel. It's supposed to be right here. Maybe it's a bridge we have to build. Oh yeah. The bridge is out. Great. Great to show it on the map. Oh, whoops. We got HAPE on a sign. That'll be fun. It looks like we're going to do some big work with the bridge someday. Now I'm going to go all the way around this way. Let's set the stupid marker again. I'll follow the right way. The whole job is 16% done. That's pretty good. All we've done is flatten the land and delivered materials. And technically it's more done than that because we've delivered materials for another step in advance. when we get to that stage, it's just going to be moving them from the median to the marker is going to be real quick. That'll definitely be in a future episode though. This job is going to take a lot of time. I don't got too much longer for today, but a little bit more time. We can at least deliver this load, maybe a sec. It depends how long it takes to actually spread it. Probably kind of spread it with this vehicle, and then we need the compactor. I guess it's the whole next step is compacting, so all the spreading will be done with the dump truck. Well, it's not too difficult and precise. As long as they don't look, it's fine. Yeah, nothing happened. Maybe in the future we'll use a regular dump truck. It's gonna be faster on the street, obviously, than this thing. That's okay. This is gonna be better for bigger jobs. We're gonna remain on the site, moving material around. I don't want it to use this though. Sure, holds a pretty similar amount, just slower. I mean, 51 is it probably would have only gone like 60, maybe 70. There. Let's actually do something to the job site. Start with the straight line here. I don't know how I'm going to do this. For first time spreading gravel. Imagine the joystick's going to tip the bed up here. Or it should. Let's see the controls. Yeah, so it doesn't, but I'm going to make sure it does. Let's go to controls. Over to the flight stick. And let's find the right material. Or right machine, I mean. Dumper. There we go, lift over up. Down. Open. Let's see. Open and close boards. I don't know what that is. Let's just press this button for it. There we go. Oops, I took a screenshot. Okay, this doesn't have boards, whatever that is, but I'm sure that's for the other type of dumper. There we go. If we can use it, just open the loader now. Be very slow until something comes out. Yeah, let's go faster than that. This is not the best job I'm doing here. Keep tilting up. The first one. I'll stay on the right side so we can go back on the left side. I'm glad about the leniency that it's going to give us in advance for this job. This part of it. Okay. Let's, oh! Push the wrong button there. Okay, we'll flatten it out with the wheels. Yeah. We'll try to do everything else as a more dense spread than the first one, and that'll be the last thing. We'll go back over top of it, but it's going to be harder to add to it enough, but not too much, so we'll focus on the rest of it, and then we'll fix that if we need to. If we're done everything else and the job hasn't auto-completed for us. We'll try to do a better spread on everything here. It's a little bit too high, too much. Okay, that's not too bad. That part wasn't too bad. Let's bring it back for another load. This is going to take a good amount of gravel. These 5 loads, I imagine, based on 17%. 5 loads if we spread them well, maybe 6. Definitely won't be able to do them all today. We'll get one more load in, I think. Alright, let's check how to get there ourselves, because I don't like that other route. So we're going to get on the highway. And then turn right at the next area. Bridge is going to be right here eventually, so it's going to have to connect. Oh, it's going to go right there, I see. That is huge, okay. Cool. I mean, I imagine we're building it, which is on the map. That's going to be a big job. I mean, there's not even cranes big enough in the game for that. Like, crawler crane, but I know there's a DLC. I did look up, like, best DLCs to get, because I know a lot of them are just brands of the same equipment, and there is one, I guess, that adds a big crawler crane and some content, so not just we have all the base game stuff, but I am going to get that as well. And then there's 3 different maps too. There's so much to do in this game. Judging by other people's series, there's like actual hundreds of hours, so it'll be a good game to play on the channel. I'm definitely having fun with it. It won't be every single stream like it is has been for the last 3. Definitely it's going to be mixed in with all my other content. Just what I've had time and interest to play at the moment. I always stream what I want to stream, and generally try to keep all series going. You know, not too long between each episode, because that's what people are interested in. I do have fun with switching up the games for sure. But generally, I'd rather stream the same thing 3 times in a row than play a game I don't want to play. The channel's all about streaming what I have fun with. You guys are here to hang out, and I appreciate it. I think I missed that first road I could have turned on. Yeah, that's okay. We're here now. And it seems like you guys are enjoying it too. I've got a bit more feedback on these videos and some of the other ones recently. It's great to see, especially for a game that's a few years old. Oh. It's a really fun game, especially because I have the dual joystick and the wheel setup. It makes it more realistic. Pretty fun because I'm actually operating the equipment how they would operate, or for the most part. Obviously, excavators and bulldozers, I wouldn't be using the steering wheel like I have to in the game a little bit, but still fun. Better than using the keyboard, in my opinion. Nothing wrong with that either, but it's fun. So we're just going to do fill up automatically, so F, fill up. Take the drive a little bit. There we go. Cool. $20,000. That's huge. This is going to be $100,000 of gravel then. So much for making $900K on the job. No, I mean, you still make it. Still a lot of money, and it was kind of crazy it would be that much, but it makes sense. Obviously, it's going to cover the material cost. We're still going to make a huge profit, even if it's like $500,000. It's enough for it's a whole machine, maybe even 2, depending on what we get. So yeah, I'm fine with that. And who knows? It still might be more profit than that, especially if there's only 4 trucks loads of this and not 5, like I think right now we'll need. I see this road doesn't connect to the freeway. That's why it wasn't routing me here before. let's just go through the city this time. Charge for the rental pretty soon as well. I wonder if this rental is more than a regular dumper too. Might not have been the top tier choice for this, but they're all pretty similar. It doesn't matter. I like it. It is per hour, so we could honestly switch it too. I feel like spreading the gravel is going to be easier with this than a regular dumper though. They did have this as the recommended machine, to be fair. So we'll use it. Let's keep spreading it around. Start on the left side this time. Well, before we kind of started in the middle, but this time we'll focus on the left side and go all the way down. Yeah, unloading's not possible because we're not on the site yet. Maintain a decent flow out of here. Now, gotta keep pulling it back. This was my mistake because obviously to get lower we need to dump more. Nice, that looks much better than what I was doing before. Too much at the end here, too little on the end on that side, but looking pretty good. I'm gonna fix up this little part and then we'll move on. Just add a little bit because there was some big pile there that we can move over. Yeah, that's good enough for now. Let's go ahead and start with this section. Still got about 40% of the load left. Too little. Nice, okay, I'm happy with that spread again. That looks really good. Oh yeah, we're doing a good job now. Or at least I think so. And 38% done, so probably 3 more truckloads. Maybe 4. But I think 3 is good, which is not too far. It won't take too long, which is perfect. And I'm going to leave it there for today. I really do appreciate you guys watching. Glad we were able to start the first major campaign in the game. This is going to be a long one for sure. A lot of bulldozing done. Looks we did a really good job on that. All the materials for the next step and the one after all delivered, and about probably, well, I can see right there, 38% done the spreading of gravel. So appreciate you guys watching, and I'll see you guys next time.